Yo yo yo, what's up guys? It's me Stefan, and today I top 32'd a regional with Punks, my favorite deck. It wasn't the biggest regional ever, but still I made it to top 32 with a rogue strategy. Pretty much very few people are playing right now. Yeah, I mean, it's going to get way harder in the next format, but still. Yeah, let's just get in the deck and I'll keep explaining while we're going. So I played 50 cards main deck. Obviously 3 Zeamin. If you have a little engine, he's the best 1 card starter for your combo. 1 card starter plus a discard. Uninterrupted. Yeah, but if you have a lot of engine, he is not the best starter, but we'll get into that. Then I play 3 Ogre Dance, kinda weakened to draw. Also get darked every game, because this is the only dark monster I play in my whole main and extra deck. So I side out game 2 going second, like 1 or 2 maybe sometimes, so that I have like 1 in my deck if I need to search it and to like bridge into get a deer node or stuff. Also is a Fiend, which can come up because the Chimera deck can play the Barrier Statue Fiend, which is funny. Yeah, also loses to Shifter, so you also side it out against Shifter decks. But still, it's also 1.5 card starter, but very weakened to draw. So yeah, but still also in the top deck scenario, he's very good to see. So in my variant of the deck, I'm kind of maxing out on a lot of names, because you need names to play through stuff, and yeah, he's one of the better names, so you play through. Then obviously the 3 Foxy Tune, special summons from deck. The discard can hurt sometimes, but good card, you need it. Then, first thing which might not look familiar to everyone who does not play the deck as often or doesn't play the deck at all. 3 Sharakusai. He's one of your most important monsters. For your turn, he pays life points to fusion summon, and the fusion is your whole combo. Like the fusion is basically, if the fusion resolves, you're good. He's also a good normal summon if you have a lot of engine in hand. So for example, you normal summon him, fuse, and then the fusion gets stopped, and then you still have maybe like deer node or teleport in Foxy or teleport in hand to continue playing. If you start with the Zeamin, go into the Foxy, and then go into the fusion, then if that fusion gets stopped, there's no chance of playing. But if you go into the fusion with your Shark, and the fusion gets stopped, then if you have a lot of engine in hand, you still might be able to play, which is very, very good, because this is the choke point of the deck, and the worst thing that can happen to the deck, it's almost like if you're ashing the Branded Fusion. Yeah, you're having a rough time if your fusion doesn't resolve. So you're playing 3 Sharakusai. And also, obviously, on the opponent's turn, he's your main interruption. He's the quick synchro summon. So, yeah. I like playing 3. Going second, I sometimes side 1 out. But, yeah. Yeah, and then, obviously, the God card for this deck. 3 teleport. Yeah. Then 2 deer node. I thought about playing 3 deer nodes, because, like I said, I want to maximize on names. But 1 is definitely too little. Yeah, it can be good to extend in hand. Sometimes it's the only card which lets you extend, but also sometimes it's just a brick. And I rather brick on the level 3s, because you can normal summon or make synchro plays with them, or like, yeah. So 2 deer node. 2 wagon. As I said, I'm like playing a kind of a bigger P.U.N.K engine, not like the minimum requirements for the combo. Also I'm playing more than 40 cards, so yeah. 2 Wagon, my favorite P.U.N.K card. Very good card. Very good going second. If you play into boards, sometimes, yeah, it's kind of your last resort play. You'd summon it and hope they target it to draw a card, maybe into a board breaker. Yeah. Playing 2 is just good because this gets you the field spell, and the field spell is the best card in the deck. Lets you draw 2 cards per turn. Also lets you special summon a P.U.N.K from hand soft once per turn, so yeah. So two field spells. If one gets outed for the grind game, like you just need to. I thought about playing 3 because, like I said, it's the best card in the deck, but I think 3 is too bricky. But yeah, 2 is like perfect. Yeah, and like I said, the special summon is soft once per turn, so you can like field spell, and then field spell over field spell, banish the field spell, and then special again. Yeah, and like you draw 2 cards on your turn and 2 cards on the opponent's turn. It's like P.U.N.K Fountain, basically. Funny story. There was a game where I drew 7 cards in one turn today on the regional. I drew 2 cards with the field spell, 1 card with Wagon, 2 with Desires, and 2 with Tactics. So yeah. Then the one-offs. Spider, the Trap. These are like, yeah, probably the worst cards to draw. But you need to play them. If you wouldn't play this package, you also like would miss a draw in the standard combo. Yeah. You can do like nice plays with the Imperm. I'm gonna explain it later when we get to that point. And then like 2 more search targets for the Jam Dragon Drive. Like this is insane. I thought about bumping this up. Going first, this lets you like play around stuff, so you can like make a Baron before you like commit to searches or other P.U.N.K effects. So there's special a 7, normal a 3, and then special this, and then synchro into Baron, and then search. And going second, it breaks boards. Like many people don't know, this like pops the card. So it outs like floodgates monsters on the board, like, I don't know, Typhon, Scareclaw Tryhard. Pretty good card. And then Ghost Ogre, kind of random, the one-off, but I mean you can search it, so it's not random. And then, yeah, it's not the best hand trap, but sometimes it's clutch, sometimes it's unexpected and wins you games. And like I said, you need search targets to, like, if you search in the opponent's turn with your Jam Dragon. Yeah, and this is just the best search in the opponent's turn. Yeah, that was the P.U.N.K engine. Then the like second engine in this deck, which is why the deck is also so good, is like the Kashtira engine. 3 Fenrir, 3 Unicorn, the Birth. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't need to explain these cards. These cards are just crazy. They make Baron going first to protect your combo, which is like crucial to this deck. So yeah, you just need to see like 1 Kash name and like 2 or 3 P.U.N.K names, and then you just special Baron, and then you commit to your combo with your fusion. So if you're seeing this, you're having a good time. Yeah, Birth, insane card. No Theosis because I don't know. It's gonna get weird with Theosis. I don't want to search Theosis. I always want to search Birth. It's way better. Thought about playing 2 because like this card is just insane and it gets outed every turn, but yeah, it can be bricky. So because starting a level 7 to make Baron is like crucial, I played 2 more Saucy Extenders, the Ascendant of Thunders, which are also just 3 special summons level 7. They pay 3000 life points, which is actually good for this deck. Like the End Punisher is just an OTK. If you resolve your P.U.N.K combo and special this guy, you are 2000 life points. So, and Punisher is like at 9,500. So this is good to, like I said, to pay yourself down to OTK with Punisher, and just like just an extender, just a free special summon to, I don't know, run over Inspector Border, an SP, whatever, or like to make Baron. And like you need to start the Kashtiras, you can like actually draw into this card mid-turn and then switch to Specialist. So I think it's very good. 3 is... I would honestly play 3 because you want the level 7s every game, but you just cannot play 3 because you can never resolve 2 because you pay too much life points. So yeah, I think 2 is fine. Then that's all the engine. Then I played some non-engine, only 3 hand traps. I guess 3 monster hand traps plus the ogre, but like 3 Ash, nothing to say. Yeah, played 1 branded, had Ash 1 game. Yeah, honestly, didn't feel like necessary, but still was rather good than bad. Like I had it against Centurion, which was good. He had to pass. Yeah, then 3 Imperm. So yeah, these are the only 6 true hand traps with the ogre, so 7. Then I played some books. I just like this card. It's very good going first and second. You can like, it's so versatile. It's like, it's not just a hand trap, not just a board breaker. It's so much more. Like you can reset your Baron negate. You can, if you get interrupted, like set this to live a turn, or like against floodgate stuff, against shifter, different dimension, whatever. You set this and most likely you're gonna live a turn, unless they can out it very easy and force it. Yeah, also it's a quick play, it's good into Purely, good into Rescue Aid, good into Tier, because like Tier and Rescue needs to control a name to activate the traps, so it theoretically outs their board and their back row. Obviously like they can play in your turn and make their board live again, but still. I just like this card, I think it's very good. I would recommend playing it. Yeah. And like I said, if you get interrupted and you can live a turn, or maybe even protect your monsters by flipping it in the battle phase, because all your punks are ignition effects, you can like just activate them again if the turn is back to you, and if that happens, you basically just win. Then 2 talents, very good. Yeah, I felt like maybe I'm going to play 3 insane card, one of the best cards in my deck today. 2 desires. I know it's at 3, but like I think like more than 50%, or what feels like more than 50% of the time, I just draw the desires of the desires. So I just do not want to draw desires from the desires. So I just play 2. It's not necessary, so that's why I don't play 3. You don't need it. Sometimes you banish like bad, but for the most part, it's like also a reason why I play like multiples of all the important like stuff. Yeah. Then 2 Cosmic, 1 Call by main. Never saw this. This went kinda... This was good, game 1. The opponents did not expect it, so I could Cosmic Branded in red, game 1, because before I committed anything, and that was like a lot of his interruption. And I set this against Unchained, going first game 1, and I just Cosmic'd his like level 3 guy from hand target, and then Cosmic, and then like, yeah, that almost did it alone. Yeah, that was the main deck, 50 cards. Extra deck. The man, the myth, the legend, Rising Carp. Yeah, it's a Rescue Rabbit, yeah, for punks. Very good card. Unfortunately, not a quick effect. I wish it was a quick effect, but yeah. So 2 Jam Dragon Drive. I always want to make this. Like, there's no way you're not making this as your Synchro 8. It searches. I mean, it pays to search, so you can draw. It has a grave effect, which is pretty good. It makes for your opponents way harder to kill you. And you can sometimes, like, maybe even force it. That's what I meant earlier. Like, for example, I'm often like chaining my P.U.N.K imperm onto like cards where I know that they can dodge it. For example, against Unchained, against Shyama in hand, or like against Fire King, against Kirin. Like, they could have it, and sometimes you're like, okay, am I gonna imperm here? What if they have it? Then I just lose. And I'm like, I can imperm here, because if they don't have it, yeah, it's just a good imperm, and if they have it, I still get like a draw and a search. So if they react, so like if they dodge a P.U.N.K imperm, this summons itself from the grave on the next chain, and then on the next chain it pays to searches, and then on the next chain you can draw a card from a field spell. So with this and the shark, you can like draw 2 cards in the opponent's turn, which is good. Drawing cards is good. 2 Amazing Dragon. Honestly, I sometimes missed the third one today, which I would not have thought, but since I often make one in my combo going first, so to not end on like 2 earth monsters, so you don't end on this and Sharakusai, you end on this, bring back the water guy, so you're not super polyable. But then you lose 1 for your first turn combo, and then you need 1. And then if it's a grind game, there's yeah. So there were 2 cases where I could have used the third. I mean, it's not like I couldn't do anything else. I mean, I had other plays, so I think I still won those. But the third one might be an option in a super poly format at least. Yeah, and also I think I summoned it like 3 times in defense today on the opponent's turn because of Talon's tactics. Because you can die very easy if they like take your monster and you have like only 5,000 or 2,000 life points sometimes if you resolve Ascendant. But yeah, like I think it got run over Ascendant like 3 times, not Ascendant, like the Typhon 3 times today because it has 2/8 and the Typhon has 2/9. If I would just summon it in attack, he couldn't have outed it like multiple times. Yeah, wins every game. So yeah, this attacks for game every single game I win basically. The P.U.N.K and Punisher, it should be called that. It's literally a P.U.N.K card. This deck is by far the deck who can abuse him the most and make him the most like convenient ways. Yeah, this card is just like, it's a towers. If you have lower life points, which if you're going first, always gonna have, you never end on it. On your end board, because then they can just crash into it and out it. But yeah, you attack for game with it every game. Tuberon, mandatory. 1 is like, I think I summoned 2 Barons every game where I like had my 7 access to my level 7s. Yeah, it's just good. Also, the pop is soft once per turn, so if you're going second and have, like, for example, Unicorn Teleport, sometimes I make a Baron, target pop, force an Omni, do not chain the Omni, because I just know I'm going to make a second Baron and then, like, target pop something else and then, like, chain. Yeah, and then, like, tagging out into, like, a Kashtira and then just summon it right afterwards to reset the negate, like... Yeah, made this card every game I could, obviously. Jenging didn't made it today. Still a good card, very good against Fire King. They have troubles if you manage to like Unicorn their SP away. And have like an imprint for the access code. Or maybe if you have enough bandage, access code isn't even a problem. Like, this card is good against Fire King, so I wouldn't cut it. Didn't summon it today, but still. Dragite for the draw line. If you get trolled after you summon a search with the Xiamin. You still end on like a spell negate and the bounce, which produces follow-up if the level 11 lives. And like the water guy is always there, the fusion guy. Then that's the Synchro monsters. The Xyz monsters I played number 49 and Zeus. Yeah, so this is just to make Zeus. It's like you overlay 2 3s. They cannot target it anymore. If like Rescue Ace use their negate, you can just like overlay 2 3s. They cannot like re-interact with it, and then you just Zeus send their board. Did not come up a lot today. I played some locals without it, but yeah, still good cards. Typhon came up sometimes. Would not cut it. I think it's mandatory right now. Pretty good against Telement and like Branded and Manatium and stuff. And then the 2 links, obviously, Little Knight and then Author. Yeah, it's just a link 2 which you can like summon, which can make plus if you like if the opponent has a Fenrir, which did not come up a lot. I think it came up once, but in theory it should come up more often because everyone is on Fenrir. So yeah, I would recommend playing this card. Also, it's if you're like completely bricked and like you can crash and then search the Yamen if you can manage to do this without normal summon, and you know the opponent doesn't have anything. Yeah, that was the extra deck. Side deck. I high rolled with my side deck. I did not put anything in for combo. I could have got punished. I played 1 combo first round. I lost pretty hard. Yeah, also like because I played like this regional and the last regional in Maintal, there were only 1 combo player in like 16 like true combo player where I would have liked to have like. So yeah, so no nip and no droll. I'm just gonna spoil it. I cut nip and I cut droll. It honestly went okay, but maybe I just got lucky with the matchups. So 3 Ghost Spell, fuck Labyrinth, fuck Gimmet Puppet. Back row removal, the 3rd Cosmic, 2 are in the main, like yeah, it's just very good. Like it's one of the very few things you side going first. There's some others, but yeah. Insane against Runic. Did not play Runic today, but last week, so would recommend playing this card. Then I have 2 droplets. Last minute inclusion for this weekend because the transaction rollback stuff was legal. I wanted to have something like more like against Beatrice. Yeah, more than the 3 imperms. And the Ash. So yeah, just 2 droplets. And like versatile cards, like against Centurion to prevent Calamity, like against Branded to prevent Puppet. Yeah, was good. Would play it again. And I play 3 Thrust. I'm not sure about this card. Every time I had this card going first, I got impermed. And then I had to pass. Like going second, this card was very, very good. But even then, was it though? If I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure about this card. I think I'm gonna cut it for some weeks, test it. But I think it's gonna be necessary for the upcoming format where like there's even more fire decks. And like everyone is resolving mandatory effects in standby, so I think it's gonna be mandatory. Then some targets for the thrust. The 1 evenly. Should have played more. Was clutch today. Unchained of Heart. I just like this card. It's not like not necessary by any means, but like I said, I just like this card. And I pulled it in quarters, so I want to play it. And for going first, I played 2 thrust targets. I mean, they were okay. They both came up once. They were kind of good, but are they like worth the 5 spots? I'm not sure about the whole thrust package, but in the end it was okay. Like going second, and yeah, like this won me a game against Centurion. Yeah, I booked 3 monsters, they had 0 hand cards, and I just won. Yeah, that was the deck. I had a lot of fun playing a rogue deck, but yeah, I think I got lucky with my matchups. I did not play that many like quote-unquote top decks, Viking Rescue Ace. I played like more like from the decks from 1 tier above, like Labyrinth, Branded, Purely, T-Elements. I think I played 7 different decks. Synchron, I lost that one. That guy hand looped me. Okay, wait. Yeah, and I played against Kash. Synchron Labyrinth, I already told you. Centurion, Shirley, T-Elements. Yeah, and Unchained, yeah. That were the 8 decks. Alright guys, that was my first deck profile. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna have to improve on my setup and my quality here, but this was like short. It was like a spontaneous decision. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See ya.